What? So I don't drop you. Good morning. Alright, campers. Let me just check. 29th of May. I've had exactly one day off, and it's killed me to take a day off, to be honest. So in that time, I've had some time to reflect, because I haven't been busy doing, tasks and planning and managing and building and chatting and messaging, writing emails and the usual activities of which I get up to. So because I've spent the day, I did do 2 engine cleans, and I've been to Bournemouth and travelled about 320 miles, so I haven't been still, so to speak, resting. But I set off at 5:30 with our lass and little princess from Midlands, and I went to Bournemouth. We arrived at 9 a.m, so I met a brother, a sovereign brother from the trust. I haven't seen him for a while, and he helped build the website in the beginning, splspro.com. Me and this brother Warren, we started building that in about, I think it was December 17, something like that, January, the new year, up until the new tech guy come along and started helping out. So yeah, I've been down to see Warren and done some engine cleans because we're a man of our honour, and my word is my bond. And I said, as a thank you, I would look at coming down to see him. He lives on the coast, so yeah, I went down to Bournemouth and I did that. Took our lass down. She's not been to the English seaside before, neither has the young one. So yeah, it was a good day. It was nice and sunny, and man's had time to think. Sat on the beach, reflect. So yeah, you'll get that, and you're also going to get an update. An update. Wow, I've got to be quiet because they're asleep on the sofa. They've crashed out after a hard day, long day driving and so forth. It was up at 4:30, and it's 12:07 by my alleged timepiece. Greenwich Mean Time, if you go with that. So yeah, I've waited till 12 o'clock till I've come on, and I've actually had a full day off. In that day off, I've done what I wanted to do, and I've focused on important things, family things, loose ends, and we've created some trust, some extra trust. So I need YouTube, the 2020 subscribers, to consider the following information and what you do with it. We need to use energy, and you've all got energy. You've all got a finite amount of it, and you're all putting it in places and using it wisely. Subscribing to this channel, watching this insane madness unfold before your very eyes. I think I'm up to about 150 videos upload, so it is a crazy journey, to be honest. But if you look at the journey and you've been along with the journey with me, then you'll be in a very happy place right now, because we've said to you previously, and I've said to the Facebook Trust members, family, that we're going to look at networking, and the way to network and to get the common unity thriving would be to bring us all together. But nobody seems to be able, quote me if I'm wrong, but up until yet, to bring honourable, sovereign, independent, self-governing man together and unite and give us a platform and a network to do that from, and or even a voice. There are some private ones, there are some you can pay a hefty amount for, there are some free ones that don't really do what they say they're going to do. Nobody ever answers an email, no one ever gets in touch, no one ever updates, no one says what they're going to do. takes the money, does other things, disappears, things get sold, X, Y, Z. God, Lord, there's a lot. There's a lot tonight, but I'm going to compress it. So, I've asked you if you want to be trustees for the extension shell trusts, inner trusts of still express private trusts, and still the same as the initial one that we made on Facebook, Sovereign Paralegals. The Facebook group transformed from a public open Facebook group into a private closed in personam family. So we went through quite an experience. I even started it off with cyber solicitors, called it cyber solicitors, yeah. Then it went to sovereign solicitors, and then it went to sovereign paralegals, and then it went to sovereign paralegals trust est nunc pro tunc DG SS 1111 2017. Yes. So that was the trust title that we formed then to present to the Facebook trust our new knowledge and to show what a trust title would look like and how it would be composed, and put that family into a trust. They trust that we, the admins, and I, the group founder, creator, such things as settlor, founder, creator, I've got honourable intentions. So when you go into a Facebook group and it's got a name, you think, oh yeah, this is Free Man on the Land, this is Practical Lawful Dissent, this is Exposing the Matrix of Lies, this is Council Tax My Arse. And you would not be wrong to be thinking that that group's title was to denote what the content and activity is inside it. So when you come across one called Sovereign Paralegals and Sovereign Paralegals Trust title, you're going to be a bit perplexed, and so you're going to have to know what you're looking for and what you're on with before you go into it. And that's partly how we would like to get the learning on board. So this trust now is now offering to create geographical landmass location trusts in the Anglo landmass, which would be AKA cities. We are currently assigning and creating. Plymouth has been created, Norwich has been created, and wow, I'm so tired, but Plymouth and Norwich and something else maybe. Australia, Queensland has been offered to be created, to be taken up. So we're strengthening and we're establishing now. I know it via Facebook, but this via YouTube is no more private and elite, to be fair. So we have got no higher moral ground, not going the ones that have no Facebook account. So before, lest we forget and before we judge, we've got systems, we've got technology. We're using it wrong, and we can use it for man's better good if we just stop and actually think what technology we've got and what its capabilities are, not what technology we've got and what we're told it's meant to be used for. So you have to be careful with that, because when you start manipulating technology and going against the fourth industrial revolution and using the system to bring inside some kind of resistance in the system, then it's a dangerous art. But that's all the Hollywood films have shown me, so that's all I can actually cognise to do. So you could argue to some extent that the ideas that we get are actually put into, and then we carry on. Facebook trusts are being made, and they're being made nationally, and they're being made globally, and they are going to be part of that. What I've just explained to you had a reason. So the ones that are new, I want you to share this video. I want you to share this out of it. I want you to plaster it everywhere. You have the permission to download it. You can put it anywhere you want, and I need people to see what we're about. Direct them to Indie Glow channel. Tell them about www.splspro.com, aka splspro.com. Search for us on the Facebook, join that community there. Then look at the options of wherever you may be now, viewers, 2020 subscribers, and whomever that is privileged enough to see it after it's been shared. You are able to have either or option, public entity such as Facebook hosting a private express trust that would be yours to manage and recruit and network with, and bring back to the main trust. The main trust would then help and moderate through the satellite of all of that network, then direct anybody who's got the cognition and the willing and the sees the deception that we will present to you. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to present the deception that's been had to you. And the best way that Indigo can put it, after I established this family set up in November 2015, 16, 17, 18, 36 months. Now we're in May, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, 6 months, 36 months, 3 years, plus 6 months. 6 and 6 is 12, 36, 42 months, 42 months, right? Stop that, pause, write it down. 42 months I've set up sovereign paralegals, sovereign solicitors, cyber solicitors, and the subsequent trusts. And the channel here has been going about 2 years and a bit, possibly 3. 42 months, and I've got, we've amassed, my mission has amassed, all right? I need you to understand this. 42 months, it doesn't matter about the days. There's 3,600 in the Facebook trust. There's 2,020 of you here. 3, 6, 2,000, 4,600, 5,620. So in 42 months, I've amassed 5,620 souls. That's more than 100 a month. 42 months. Someone do the maths on that. Indy's tired. How many souls have I amassed then in 42 months if you divide, oh my God, 5,620 did I say? Rewind it and tell me, yeah, someone write that up. That's what I've done. Now we're going global and we're bringing a deception to you. The deception is this. How can I explain it simply to all these people that I'm trying to turn into brothers and sisters and get the Walking Dead to be living? Is in life, you do stuff as the man, as you do it, whoever you are behind that screen watching this video, John, Steve, Mary, Kate, Dawn, Andy, you know, whoever, you go out and you do things. But when you do things, you're not doing it as you. Well, you are actually doing it in the matrix reality, the world. But the systems that you interface with don't recognize you in the body and the flesh and the personam. So what it does, it allows you to interact with it using an instrument, and that instrument is best put to you as the birth certificate. Now pause the video, go and get your birth certificate, and please come back to the noob guys that have had this video shared, and sit down and look at the bottom. Read that bold print that's on that document, that if you hold to the light, bears a watermark, like money bears a watermark. The watermark is the current of the sea. So the current sea is displayed in that title deed document or that promissory note, bond, bank bond, paperwork. That's why they have watermarks, because it denotes that the current sea. If you're new, I'm sorry, you need to go back to my videos. I'm not going to digress. So on there it says, do not, warning, this shall not be, I've lost my birth certificate. I me of all brothers, I've done that, but I know where it is. I'm getting it back. I've temporarily misplaced it. But yeah, this document is not to be used as evidence of identity. That's what it says. Bonded with the currency. Now that's you up until now, this minute. Or it might not be you if you've had an inkling. Or, you know, so we'll just say it's you. As it was me. After I'd been to a high court, exercised 2 years of my time, a barrister, with none of this knowledge, and run up a bill of 20 grand to get a court rate that was effectively worthless, a waste of time, a waste of everything, an insult to me, an insult to you, an insult to my blood, and the blood to be born. So this document and the interaction that you have, the interaction, the identity, and how you identify and whom you identify with, and what powers and relationships govern that, we have mastered, and we will teach you and we will show you for next to nothing, for relatively nothing, for the fact we're on a sacred contract, and there is nothing like this out there at this moment in time. There is, but it's coveted, or it's at a high price, or it's there but it's mixed. And it's shambolic, to say the least. So you've seen me on other channels. I've gone out there, I've promoted, I've brought some of the family to you. We've learned how to do hangouts. We have travelled across the country, run up and down, left, right and centre, north, south, east and west. We'll continue to do that. We are investing the time, money, and energy into you, and we need your energy. We need you to consider what we've said. Put a comment on the bottom of this video, and anybody that gets that, you keep putting your comments on, and I will look at this video. And I don't always look at my comments, to be fair. I'm probably 1,700 comments behind, and that's no joke. So if you need to get hold of me, you need to get hold of me in other ways. But I will look at the comments on here. Now, think of other trustees that you might know. Think of the Sikhs and the way that their temples are. Think of the Buddhists and the way their temples are and things. We need to teach the communities, the spiritual side, the houses, what's going on. They're all high and mighty and priestly and whatever, and think that they're donning it. But really, any one of you that watches this, as one of my brothers and sisters, extended family, that has a birth certificate, that isn't a Christian or a Roman Catholic, you've been deceived, and you've gone against the one that you're praying to, giving your respects and thanks and homage to. So that's a mass crime in itself. Deception. We've seen how the rules govern this, and we've seen about the canons and the ecclesiastical. We've looked at the King James. We've looked at all the documents, the verbiage, the text, the dogma, the glossa, the quasi-trust, the CQV, the Latin. We have been non compos mentis. We've since shrugged that off, and we've come a long way. So these trustees and these temples and any preachers or anybody who's worth their weight in anything that you may know, we need contact with, we need help with now. We need to network up and govern united. But united is a bad word to use, so we'll say in solidarity, we'll say in the brotherhood. This is the last push that I'm going to give, and we've put an astounding network out there at this minute in time. You could not want for anything more. So before I go and read your comments, between the Facebook group and the work we've done there in 42 months, and building the www.sovereignparalegals.uk, go and have a look, and it's still there. That was time and money and stuff invested, about 300 quid laid out there in the beginning, that's just been put there and left now, and we've built since splspro.com at more subsequent costs through donations, and like we said we would do. That website, the first one, .uk, it's through GoDaddy, and it can't be, there's nothing to be done with it. It was the first one I've ever done, next to a few hydrogen ones, and I got duped, and so we had to just drop it and start again. So that was my bad and a learning curve, but that's what you get for not hiring expensive IT engineers and producers and things to do the work for you. There's a lot going on, so you need to have a sit down and a think, and look at the evidence that's put to you, and know that when you go out there and you do your business, that's what it's called, business, your person's business, but you're doing business on behalf of your person, but you don't know that you're being assumed to be your person. So we'll show you how to break them shackles. See videos like such as removing the crown's controlling infrastructure, enter the fall of Babylon, because that's what you're in, and that's what we're in. And these are the scary words that scare people away, but the fundamental fact is that there is no network. If you want help out there and you don't want to pay for it or go to the Law Society or so much the establishment, any establishment, think of an establishment and think what it does for you. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It takes money. It takes assumed contracts. It takes assumed names. It takes assumed public liabilities from you, for you. It lays claim on you. It talks to you. Who is you? What is you? Why is I speaking funny? Why have I used numbers in the title? What is the number 3? What is all this about? Well, it will be presented to you through the training courses on the 3 tiers of the educational workshop, Masters Guild, whatever it is that we finalise it in. And you'll get that for free. All the stuff that you need to get your ass out of that frying pan and into the dry land where you are standing sovereign, will be given to you, and it will be given to you as an information entertainment based thing only, because we're not licensed and registered. We don't have the authority to purport law, indeed give legal advice or anything like that, but it will be given to you how to interact, how to identify who are you, what are your rights, how to identify with an officer, the Crown, paperwork, courts, magistrates, public, private, endorsement, A for V, promissory notes, equity, trust, criminal, joinder, all of it's going to be thrown out there, but in structured courses. And what you'll get in the beginning is enough to get you by, enough to get you to be in the private without actually setting a trust up in paperwork and stuff to teach you how to express it and correct it verbally. Because as I've made a shitload of videos and a lot of posts, what I've done is expressed, and I've expressed, so it doesn't have to be um, stamped and crested and thumbprinted and purple, blue pens and postage stamps and steamed and crimped and cut the corners off and made into an paper aeroplane, and you can just express it, and you can correct something by expressing it, and you can express a trust. As you'll have to see the other videos we've said and demonstrated that. So who are we looking for? Anybody and everybody that's respectable and honourable needs to know, needs to look at the site, have a look at the videos, have a good chinwag about stuff. The Liverpool events have really shook things up, to be fair, and put a lot of heat and pressure, expectations, requirements on us. And me and the Sovereign Smith are getting it hit hard, thick and fast, and we're going to deliver. But what we've learned is we're getting buried. So the next bit of good news is, and supportive, positive news is, that on spospro.com, there is on the homepage, you can find new sections. If you go and have a look, they've made them colourful so they stand out. One of them is a link to a page that lets you, I can't believe we're doing this, but we're going to do it. We're actually going to do it, guys. It's happened and it's there. So what am I going to announce to you now? What has the crazy indigo brain and the technician and the Sovereign Smith come up with for you this time? As regards to remedy and effective management and consultation, is you go to that homepage and you click on the link, and you've got the option of hiring my time, Andy's time, me singular, Andy singular, or both of us double trouble. We don't mind, like, if 3 or 4 of you, we'll say like up to 4 maximum. We've got to make it reasonable. Get in on a session, so you can put 2 with your friends and that. Do you know what I mean? And you can have a look at the layout and the proposal of what we've got. Now let's think, before I go any further, what is it to get legal advice, or to get somebody to go to your aid within a court realm, an environment, prepare paperwork, check paperwork, become a trustee in essence for you, represent you or your person as it is now in the court, judicial society. Letters are anything from £50 upwards. Time with a representative trustee, something like that, solicitor and barrister, go up to hundreds of pounds an hour. So just bear that in mind. And there's nothing at present that we can find that's effective enough to counteract this and deal with it, other than the Facebook groups that aren't really going to, we're talking about private equity, personam. Facebook you can't house that there. YouTube can't house that there. The place that we've built can house that, because we as settlers and allodial title owners can manage that domain effectively, protect it in a trust, get you there, bring you into the private, teach this without any threat of an external influence, because we've boxed clever. You see what we're saying? So this is the trust and the equity side of it. So this is why we will say now that on that homepage you can get a link to hire our time, and to remunerate us. We would like up to 10 credits, pounds, sterling notes, but whatever you call it, 10 sterling, 10 pounds, yeah, and that's what it is, the currency, the credits, and the fiscal system. You see, I have to be so careful how I speak with you. One day I'd just like to speak Anglo-Saxon English and have a chinwag like the nose. So the credit system, £15 we want an hour for me, £15 donation an hour for Andy. Together, both of us is 30. What we'll do is only ever take 10 credits, £10 an hour for our remuneration. The other, let's say 15 for me, so I take the 10, 5 goes to the trust. Me and Andy, 30, 1 hour, he takes 10, I take 10, there's 10 left over, that goes to the trust. Dave and Andy, 2 hours, that would be 15 and 15 for Andy, so that would be 30, 15 and 30, 15 for me, that would be 30, 2 30s are 60, I would take 20, Andy would take 20, that would leave 20 left, to trust gets 20. So you see how we do it. We occupy our time effectively, we stop becoming busy fools, we give you guys the actual, online chance to do this. Um, yeah, we've only got Skype and Google Hangouts at the minute. We can do private, non-broadcast Google Hangouts, and any other messaging system app thing that you've got. We'll get laptops, tablets sorted out with various chat apps that you've got a preference to. Discord, for instance, Zoom, whatever it is, and as long as the trust gets sorted out and it's all done honourably and in accordance with, then we're looking forward to this. And if we can expand that from Dave and Andy to any of you that are my age, do you ever remember the telephones? ITV telephone, was it, where they had all them panels of guys on the phone? We'd like to do something like that, you know what I mean, and go full time at it and just do it maybe 24/7, maybe internationally. So yeah, with the Queensland Trust, that was quite I didn't really envisage that. I just thought Anglo-Saxon territory, the landmass known as England. But as soon as someone says, "I'll do Australia's trust," I went, what? Oh dear. Oh, okay. Wow, that's just a moment of time just to. I'm now seeing this, the linkage that we can have. So Hell's Angels, bikers, national bikers, travellers, they're our brothers, extended family. They're useful as 10 men. Travellers interact with the state all the time, oppressed by the state all the time, not let to fit into community, have no real belonging, but do what they do, act in personam, in private. Hats off to them, really. We could learn a lot from them. They can learn a lot from us. And it's a massive community. The biking community, we're not calling them Hell's Angels, we call them Guardian Angels, the Guardian Angels and the Bikers Network. You get me some bikers and we have some video chats for free just to get a few of the top honchos of all of the trusts or the biking communities or the travelling communities, and we have a few chats then. Ireland, wow, that's kicking off as well. Thank you, Ireland, for the interest and what's going off there. We've got guys in Scotland, we've got guys in Australia. It's like, I had a Google Hangout the other day on Sun and Moon, and there was a guy on there called Tommy, Rock on Tommy is what I called him, but Tommy. And he was watching the Andy and Dave broadcast from Facebook in somewhere like Minnesota on the Facebook broadcast, and then a week later I'm chatting on Sun and Moon, and he mentioned a comment that me and Andy made in the Facebook chat a week before, and I'm like, wait a minute, where are you? And he said where he was. I'm sure it was Minnesota. And I was like, wow, that's incredible, because we're just here in the Midlands, literally chewing the cud, having a crack, and then you're watching that. You've retained it. I've gone to a hangout later on to another channel. Didn't know who the guests were going to be, any of the panel, and yeah, just a nice little reaffirmation of information, and that guys listen and take it in. We are making progress and action. So the number 3, wow, number synchronicity. I just can't tell you enough about that. It's happening. I'm getting lots of numbers. I should have gone to sleep. I'm immensely tired. Our lass is on the sofa. It's like twat o'clock, 12:30. I've had a full day off, and I couldn't go to sleep because I'd forget my train of thought, and I wouldn't have done it this eloquently, as horrible as I may look, in the morning, and I'd have missed bits out. The number synchronicity is a bit scary, to be honest, and it's slapping me in the face, and when it slaps me in the face, I feel that I have to do something about it. I was going to go to bed, and I was just having a clean up and a drink, and I was like, I need to talk to Choob. I need to get this out there. I feel that it's just the energy, the consciousness, the vibration, everything that we know. We don't just do law, we do natural law, we do Tesla, we do Eric Dollard, we do bloody Hutchins, we do all the suppressed technology, we do the 0 point technology, we do Michael Tellinger technology, we look at Ubuntu, we've looked at everything from 6,000 going back to whatever, worked our way straight forward through it. We've talked to every group that wanted to talk to us. We've gone out there and put videos out there. We've had seminars, you know what I mean? We've built websites. We've properly gone out there in like 42 months. There must have been so many, near enough over a million interactions, and something's happened, and what's happening to me is that these numbers are slapping me in the face right in the boat race. Let me tell you, my mince pies might be tiny, but the stuff that they're seeing at the minute, and then I feel duty and obliged to tell you this and to get this out there. The key that you got at 21, you know, that's what we're telling you. That's where we're telling you to put it. I feel that this is a lot to take in, and I'm going to overload you with my compressed update. But the symbol on this has got a picture of a DJ reaching out. What did I used to do? DJ. What's he got behind the DJ? SPLspro.com. What's he doing? He's reaching out. It's simple as that. Yeah, videos have a lot of power. We've got 8,300, 8,200, 24 hours from Liverpool, Alfie's Army getting their arse in gear. One city, 8,000 views on a video. What? You know what I mean? This is what I mean. The numbers don't lie to me, and the time and the brothers and sisters don't lie to me. We've got a whole marketing department. We've got a technical department, and it's guys that are just offering the time. And nearly, it, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't often get upset, but it's overwhelming. I'm not crying from sadness. I'm crying from emotional overload of because life has been evil to me, very evil. I won't lie to you, it's been nasty. And to take that nasty energy and to take that oppression and that deception, thousands of years, this is horrible. It's nasty. It's proper nasty. And when you wake up to it and you see the truth, there's nothing that can hide it. So when you like wake up and you pull your finger out and you actually do something, and I see that you do something and you're listening and you do something and you get remedy and Big Barry goes away and you come out of the court, don't ever go to the court if you can help it, but if you need to and you get your shit done in the right way and it works, the emotion that we get is unbelievable. The feedback, you get empowered by that. The successes that we're getting, we can demonstrate and we can citate. Yeah, we've got oozes and oozes of potential, and it's just sad to see how things get slipped away. There's a lot of emotion over the last few weeks. There's a lot of potential in you guys. There's a lot of things that are going to happen now. So I'm overwhelmed with your input, the success, the solidarity. 14th and 15th of July. We haven't even promoted the Oxford events, so smash that out as well. We're having a party in the field on the 14th and 15th of July. This is a trust event. It's open private. It will be managed privately. We have got everything locked down as you would expect. Get your asses to that as well, because we need to have some happy celebrations, some solidarity and some community spirit there. All I can say is it's a field in Oxford, and further details will be coming. If you are an old school floaty like quaver, raver, DJ and performer artist, it's in your interest to get down there as well. Sorry about getting emotional, but it is a true emotion that's happening here at the minute, and it's quite powerful, and it comes with nothing but actual love and intent and vibration and beating the fear. And you guys are crazy, mother. You are crazy. You must be to be here at whatever time it is, watching me doing what you're doing, and what's happening is happening. So I've given up work and I'm in a bit of a crazy place. I'm under pressure. I'm burning a candle at both ends. I'm putting it in, hammer and tong, indigo, David, the consciousness, the vibration, the heart, the soul, the mind, the body. We haven't blown our trumpet loud enough or big enough for quite some time, but after 42 months and where we're at now, I'm actually confident enough to do this and to say this, to put this out there, to network, to reach out, to expand, to formulate the other trust, to show you how it goes. There is a chance I may have made a slight mistake and it may all come crumbling down, but if it has, just pick yourself up and dust yourself off and know that 99.9% of what we're doing is right. If you do make an error, a mistake, an omission, or go find yourself in a court case scenario and express your trust in the court, you will dissolve it, collapse it, and there are a lot of tricky, horrible rules to this. The sovereign, free man, common law, equity, your equatorial type, unalienable rights are simple. I nearly said fee simple, but that's nothing to do with it, because, it's just simple, and that's all you need. Yeah, if anybody says you're something that in the purporting that you've got liability or ownership to, then ask them how they've got proof of that. And when you call them on it and they start arguing with you, say illegally trained. When they say no, so we'll go and get me somebody that is, and shut up, and waste my time, infuriate me and get emotions going. You know what I mean? if you do have dealings with the establishment, you need to treat it with utmost contempt. It is not your friend, and it is not there to help you. It has deceived you, and it is your fault you've been deceived. It's my fault that we've been deceived. We haven't had we've been born unto the lie, and all the information is there for us to get, and it's the public declarations of Unum Sanctum 1303, the number 3 and me and thee. 1303, you see, the Sesto KV and the key. It's proper harsh, man, do you know what I mean? And that man came out, Boniface, and said soul, body, mind, everything claimed. No one's gone up against him and said, no, sorry pal, I'm not having that. You use cannons to do that. You use your key. You get into the age of majority. This is all crap that should have been out there 20 years ago. I don't care if anybody doesn't like it, thinks that £12 a year is too cheap and it goes against their business model. This has gone far past the business model. Man's blood's been taken, kidnapped, stolen, imprisoned for civil if it's civil, it's a civil matter. That's it. What are you doing in a court? Why are you in a court? Why are you taking punishment, fines, forfeits for that? You know, it's not for you. It's not your business. It's like, what? Yes, Romney Stewart, Justinian Deception, Steve McRae, Richard Ansar, Carl Lentz, Bill Turner, New Zealand, Santos Bonacci, all of them. Watch them all. Don't believe me. Go out there, use your own due diligence. But I can prove, we can prove, the trust can prove, and we're moving forward, and time is ticking, and there's not much happening, to be fair. And if you're going to go and defend Tommy Robinson and go and throw yourselves at Parliament unprotected in the full public realm for something that is just quite simply a waste of goddamn mother time, yeah, when you can do something constructive, all them guys that are wasting that time doing that, do you know how much energy there is there? Wasted, misdirected. And do you know how much revenue the Crown's going to make from that? Oh, don't you worry about that. This is all just little sidelines for you to play with. Violence is not the answer. Protests are not the answer. Yeah, you might laugh at letters and notices and moving into the private and doing this, that, and the other, and talking about King James and Roman Catholic and canons and ecclesiastical. But when I was younger, talking to Ireland's brought this up. Oh, when I was younger, Gerry Adams, Sinn Féin, the Ulster Royalist Army and such other things as were blowing the holy shit out of Ireland, left, right and centre. There was horrible, nasty scenes on the TV of nail bombs and the Birmingham Six and the Old Bailey and the corruption and the setup. And what was it? What was that, brothers and sisters? If you're like my age and you can rewind, I'm sorry to do this to you, but let's rewind, yeah? 1986, 1984, 1982, what was going off there? What was, sorry if I'm out of it, but the Catholics and the Protestants. So let's look at what Catholics and Protestants are first, shall we? Well, we know all about the Catholics, and that's not inciting racial hatred. It's the same as what we talk about when we say when we're not being anti-Semitic, and we talk about the Torah and the Talmud. The Catholics and the Protestants, well, the Protestants might be like something like the Church of England, that we would, or sovereign, or, you know, private, non-public contracting, non-consenting. And the Catholics had their own kind of opinions. And if you look at Northern Ireland and the way we've left it, the British, and how the rules going, look at the governing bodies there right now. It's a pile of the United Nations, the EU, the governing bodies, the treaties, the bills, the acts. It's a pile of. We've cut the mustard, and the time has come. And yeah, there's a lot going off, guys. There really is. I'm sorry for getting emotional, but at least you see the true shit, man. This is proper, like. You don't need to be afraid to show your emotions, man. I show happiness, I show excitement, I show craziness. Sometimes I might show you real sadness like that. So let's go to the comments from the top. God Lord. I can't read that. Matthews, brother. I can't even say non-yomus. That looks Greek to me. I want to say Yamas. Stuart, morning. Albert, name is too complex. Dodgy Doctors, that was the other one. YouTube, right. If you can please look at Dodgy Doctors channel. Also, he's got another one, but first go to Dodgy Doctors, search him, link off that, and go and look at some of the NHS stuff that he's got there. Start sharing that. Put that in prominent places that you might think it might be of interest. This man's getting represented by me. I am his trustee and his authorised agent and representative in office. Shit's going down. We've got rid of the NHS complaints manager. I have to be careful because it's ongoing, but we're doing stuff and we need help with it. Yeah, so please go and look at previous stuff and. You know, he will not put anything up that's current that we can't, you know, that we mustn't share, but the stuff we can share that he has, please look at his channel, go and have a look at it, and Stan, if there's stuff on there that shouldn't be, take it off now. Space Cowboy, you need to look at, yeah, his other channel, because that's just, if you like UFOs, planes, crazy stuff, suns, more than one suns, interesting videos. Go and look at Space Cowboy. That's Dodgy Doctor's other channel. The brother Stan, the man. I can't say enough love and respect for you. Enough love and respect. I've made over 100 phone calls to the establishment for this guy, and we're having to kick arse in ministerial offices and compel trustees, and it's just getting to be a joke. To be fair, the system. It's this guy. I'm so sorry for you, brother, and we're gonna get an army on it soon. Building an army, a peaceful, sovereign army of guardian angels. Oh, Tommy, yeah, tell me about it. It's just wow, the beer guy. Easy, yes, I know, time no see, Soundwave. Why are your plug sockets halfway up the wall? Rented shitty accommodation. I know, who designed that? Someone with no brain. Decor critic or making notes. Yes, I was born 44 years ago. Stuart, easy. So you remember all that history and war and shit and the way it is in the politics. And today, so happy birthday, yes, indeedy. Well caught there, Nonna. Crusader. Contact bro Robert at the Church of Britain. He's the real deal and will support this. Nice one, Crusader Ministry. That's made my heart fucking smile. Stuart, thank you, Nonna. Greg Hibbins, easy brother. I'm so battered. I was supposed to be going to bed, but I had to do a quick update. Thank you for the 25 viewers. Holy shit, 9 likes. You crazy. You're more crazy than me. KB, yes, sister. The beer guy. Eye of Creator. Fucking hell, Sovereign Smith. If you want bikers, I can help. We need that community. That's a community. That's a resource. We need resources. Man needs to pull resources. We're not pulling them quick enough, and we're not doing it because we think that, you know, something's better than, or, oh, those are guys and the brown people and the temples and the bikers, and that's what's messing it up. So we'll have to be the ones just to go out there and start small time. And when the others see, they'll all come. Trust me, they'll all come. See my other videos and tell them to watch the channel. Yes, thank you, Stuart. Get on it. Get on that, everybody. The beard guy. 1 minute off 0333. What's here? Oh dear, David. It's time to trust again. It is indeed. Bloody love you, David. Yeah. I might delete this video. Should I delete the video? And don't be downloading it against my... I did say you could share it though, didn't I? God Lord. Ah, wow. All right, yeah, it's all right. It's all part of being a man. I'll show you. I don't mind. Passion, yeah. Universal law protects that all is divine. Don't despair, my brother. Yes, yes, yes. Don't... I sold all my Martin audio bass pins, Soundwave. Remember Jamo Gale Force? They were my... Watch your bass pins, I'm telling you. DJ Slipmat. Oh, so many good tunes. Wheels of Steel. But July 14, 15, it is on. Bring amplifiers, bring rigs, bring speakers. Don't go crazy, but just let us know, in fact, in advance, because we can only handle so much. We've only got an Arctic trailer to stack it up in, and I'll buy the sides off. Crusader, I'm going to get some sleep. Yes, thank you, Nonna. It's a sort of tribunal paid for by... It is a sort of... Yeah. Did you have a good day on the beach? Didn't make it as I had worked. Oh dear, you're all here. Oh my days. Matthew, yes, brother, I did. It was excellent. Steve-O, God Lord. Wow. All right there. So, yeah, I've had a nice day off, but as soon as it got to midnight, thought I'd make a video and then go to bed. Serious shit, this, though. If anybody out there thinks there's anything more important to do than research this and check out if we're nuts or if you're actually being deceived, there's nothing more important to do. And if you have got property and offspring, you owe it to them. Steve, you've become a trustee of the Norwich, haven't you? There he is there, Steve and Collins. Steve and Collins, get in. You see your name change, the title change even, identification change. Get in, Steve and Collins. Cacus, thank you, brother. Lots of love to you guys, thank you. Great talk. Dean Yates, morning, bro. Peaceful angels are here, yes they are. I'm studying, so are David, but still working for now. Got to go. Much love and respect for you. Thank you all. Yeah, just spread the mission, spread the word. Do what you need to do. Look at coming onto the SPLs Pro. You can email ukfreedomproject@gmail.com, our generic in-house email. The trustees are getting appointed to the .com. We've got a lot to look forward to, not just the training courses and the resource library and moving into the private and the access to videos and the forums and your own little, protected little unity. There, it's quite unlimited. The potential that you've got and the potentiality consciousness that can be born within that digital, online environment. You are a product of your environment. Whatever you start immersing yourself in and with and putting, into your brain is what you do and speak and act. So it's a basic, simple concept. It seems like we're being condescending, but it's not. You need to remove everything that you've been taught and everything that you're currently doing. Stop and write it all down. What do you like doing? Where do you like going? And analyse it all. That voice comes in your head and you start thinking stuff. Oh, there's no point doing that. Go, oh, who are you? What are you doing? What do you mean there's no point doing that? Why? Have a chat with it. You're not going mad. It's your higher self. You get taught these things like through time, and if you believe everything that you get told without researching it, then you're just as mad as the guys that purport it to be true. I think that'll do. That's quite an update. It's been a powerful one, and if you're going to be sharing the video, I'll keep it as short as I can. Thank you for the respect and the love. Wow, there's 26 of you. Is there anything else we should do or say then before we cut the video short? I think that covers it. Let me just have a minute. This consultation's got a lot of potential. You guys can come in on that. It's not just for me and Andy Sovereign Smith or Eye of Creator. It's for anybody. It's for the team. It's for the family. We need to set up something that is self-governing, that is self-managing, that is for man, by man. And if there's anything out there that I've missed, then please point me to it. And if there isn't, then this is it. And I haven't got the ideas. I shouldn't be doing this. I didn't plan on doing this. There is no plan or structure. It's just my thoughts from today, emptied out on this somewhat emotional video. This is going to be an interesting one to watch back. Isn't gay or wrong. I don't nothing against, but just hear me out. You know who I am. But this is what they think. It's not gay to cry or weak or less of you or anything. It's just the same as getting angry or happy or it's just that we've got this stigmatism to it. So when you get to know that what we know and how we know it and how we've been deceived, and when you pass on how your property, offspring, children, family, estates and that are going to be deceived, and how it's going on now, it's quite sick. And as I've explained it, you go out there, the body in the flesh, but the body in the flesh is not recognised out there. Simple facts of it. And go and get the certificate and look at it, and then look at it and hold it up to light and see the current, and that's it. We'll get on it. We've got admins, we've got a team, we've got trustees, we've got satellite trusts being built, we've got these chats, we've got the hangouts are going to be getting so heavyweight in a bit, you're not going to believe what's going to be coming your way. There's going to be a panel of about 7, and they're going to be regular. It's going to be a full-time regular program. We're going to schedule it. We're going to get guests in. We open it up to you guys as usual, and it's just phenomenal. So the potential's there. It's what you want to do with it. That's it. Can't say we didn't try. Be thee and have no fear, the ruler of emotions. Yes, right, guys. Thank you for that. Yes, as always, peace, love, and light. Don't give up the fight. Stay sovereign. I'm seeing the word sovereign everywhere. I went to Bournemouth today and I saw Brother Warren, and we drove past a shopping complex, and it just had he searched Bournemouth and sovereign shopping complex. It's there. I didn't know. Went down there today. Just saw this massive. It must have been 30, 40 foot long. 30, 40 yarder is it even? 30, 40 yarder? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, help me. And it was massive. So I took a photo privately. I've shared it privately. It's not for the public domain, unfortunately, but you can search a Sovereign Centre. I think it's a shopping centre in Bournemouth. I had a photo taken outside of there. I met a sovereign and I found, and it's just all these things. This might seem weird and silly to you, but alongside the number synchronicities and the actual positiveness that's coming and the request for these courses that we're going to give out for free, the foundation is the free ones, 1 day ones. Then we go up to the merit, which is the middle at 3 day, and then the special hardest ones, 5 day. Get past all of that with the correct success rate, all automated through the .com. We will send out like a nice little Masters Guild certificate, sovereign, you know, authenticated, and that then qualifies you out there in life. And do you know how that qualifies you? Because you've done that with yourself in the persona, in the private, yeah, and you've done that and you've cognised and you can stand on it, and you've done it in an intelligent, articulated way that can be presented in a judiciary, and you can bounce them off the walls. The things that we've got coming now. If I disappear, I don't plan on disappearing. I'm not thinking negatively, technician man, as you say, but this is getting big and it's getting massive, and we've been offered venues, Bruno, Guildford, Surrey, what? Let's have it. Brother John, London, Eye of Creator, remember that one as well. Nottingham, friend of the family Taylor, I forget his name, but not Nottingham, Newcastle. So what we're going to do with our events, last wrapping up bit, final thought. Went to Liverpool, we did 340 miles. I actually did about 420. We travelled for a good 7 hours. You know what I mean? That's effort there and dedication. We presented, hosted to 20. We held that up. We didn't break even, we just come under. So going forward, seminars that we hold and that you want are going to be managed, and you're going to magnetise the guys to them yourself through the own organic promotions of the local area trusts, geographical trusts. Once you've got them established and you've got that built up, then we will put events on the .com, and we will put the revenue again to the trust. We need to show you how this is going to be built up, because once we build it up, the trustees have got access, control of it, and it's no longer mine. Then it's a body of trustees, and you know that that's protected. It'll reassure you more, and this will build up, and it will be a big pot. And if we get anybody that wants to be benevolent with anything ever, that will add to it and build up too. So yeah, this is it's exciting time. So we need that page to grow, which is from the link from the homepage, and for you to use that, and to get no more than 4 for, say, what, 3 hours. Good Lord, what are we saying here? I could have a screen of 4 souls, 4 sovereigns for 4 hours. You know what I mean? But we'll go for it. We need to build this trust up. We'll sell the tickets for the seminar. Through the trust, make an event, and we'll do it modestly, something you don't mind contributing for, which will then remunerate us and deposit into the trust. It will break it even, but we'll have to say there'll need to be a minimum of X amount per distance travelled, or amount of venue cost compared to, and all that. So we'd love to do stuff for free, but we can't at the minute, and there's no magic way of doing it. Yeah, there is promissory notes, right? We can't use promissory notes on non-international, non-such and such. You can't go to these community centres and start doing that to man. It's not on. So yeah, we're kind of screwed at the minute. So this is what we're doing. It's a make do, and that's why I got emotional, because that's of happiness as well, but also of the severity of it. The things that we get passionate about, it's all wrong. The things that we obsess about, it's all wrong. And I'm the first to say I've done that. I've made mistakes, and it wasn't until I had to fight for my blood, my offspring, in the High Court, and have it rejected to me by the Child Support Agency call handler, as it was at the time, after that High Court's win and writ, that I realised there's something wrong here. There's something wrong. There is something wrong. You can't tell me I'm not seeing my blood because of an act. Where are they? No. Well, that's it then. Sorry. See you later. I'll go and find them myself. I'm done with you. No one says, well, if you do this and you say that and you put that there and you get your thumbs out and you do that and you do that and yes, and you don't have a solicitor and you don't get a barrister and you represent yourself, magic things happen. So once you understand the context of the vocabulary and the power of the words, which is where Sovereign Smith steps in and has been brought to the realm, I speak too much. I'm the first one to say that. But I have a lot to say. And I'm not, I don't have a script. So I think we do well. But Sovereign can lay it down in such an eloquent way that the pennies will drop, you know, like on a Connect 4. Or that machine at the fairground where you put your penny in and it bounces around like that and it goes down onto that little drawer and you try and get your other 2p's out. That's what he does to you. You see it. I'm telling you now. That's like the penny is more than one. You can have 4 pennies dropping at once with him. That's it. You're killing me. Final comments. Matthew John. We are the Lord's. I trust myself. I trust brothers and sisters who are coming together in unity. Never been so busy. It's getting so immense. It's excellent what's happening. It is excellent. Evidence of the soul of man. A human brain cannot see anything, feel anything, or hear with our eyes and ears, yet it can hear its own inner voice so consciously. Look at you lot, just kick ass. Just kick ass. This is what I mean. It's like, it's school of. No, this is the education that you never got, that you needed. Providence all the way, trust in the Lord. Yes, well, when we say Lord, I would say creator, not influencing you, but I know about the law of attraction. I'm invoking the power of intent, inwardly, projecting, outwardly attracting. That shit's real. That shit's real. I'm telling you now, you are right. You had a 1420 on trip. Be a guy. God doesn't do coincidence, don't man. It's like this is it now. I said to the tech guy, it's getting biblical. Not to say, oh, biblical, we're biblical, oh, ye kneel, and no. It's about recognition. It's about actually standing up. What is the worthy of doing? What is Britain's culture? What are you standing for? What is your purpose? How do you defend yourself? Who are you? And what are your rights? Good night, peace, God bless, namaste, ciao bello. God bless you. Creator bless you. Bless yourselves. Be your own hero.